Welcome to my table. I am about to have some lunch, but I'm also doing a taste test because the Marco Polo group ladies that I am hanging around with, they've been talking about a new product, I think it's a new product, called Legendary Foods. Yes, Legendary Foods. And so I looked them up online, Legendary Foods, and then did a store locator search and found that they were carried at Vitamin Shop, GNC, and QT stores, I think. I'm not sure. But I had a Vitamin Shop near me, near one of the errands that I was running this morning. And so I picked up 3 different types of Legendary Food bars, and I'm going to be taste testing those. So the thing that appealed to me was they looked like the PopTarts from childhood, the junk that I used to sometimes enjoy. So this is the chocolate cake flavored one, and this is the birthday cake flavored one. And then they also have these cinnamon roll ones. So I got the chocolate protein sweet roll. I'm going to open each of these up and taste them as part of my dessert to my lunch. So I will share that with you. For lunch, I'm starting with a veggie starter, thanks to the influence of the glucose goddess. I will link information to her in the description box. I will link my favorite podcast that she did, as well as the list of blood glucose hacks that she recommends using and the science behind those. So the veggie starter is not necessarily specifically to the glucose goddess, just the idea of starting every meal with some veggies before you go into your full meal. But the raw okra that I have sitting here in a little bit of raw apple cider vinegar and salt and pepper, the raw okra I'm influenced by my friend Laura Sloat, who's in my Marco Polo groups. So I will be starting with that, and I'm having a big boy, a mocha, get the proper name of it, Mocha Secret Big Boy. It comes out of the Trim Healthy Mama Trim Healthy Table cookbook, published by the Trim Healthy Mamas. And I will link all the cookbooks in the description box. The page for the Mocha Secret Big Boy is on $4.79. Now, this is not a public facing recipe, or else I would link it in the description box, but I will link a similar recipe in the description box that's from Brianna Thomas, and hers is a mocha shake. This particular one is a fuel pull, meaning it doesn't have an energy source in it of fats or carbs. It is just has protein in it and okra. But I also doctored my shake up. I don't leave things alone. So my shake also has some mushroom powder in it. It has glucomannan in it that isn't called for in the Trim Healthy Mama version. It has half a zucchini in it. And I added more whey protein powder than it called for, because I'm focused on getting a lot of protein with my 2 meals a day. So, and it has Good Culture probiotic cottage cheese, half a container. So that's 28 grams of protein right there. So I'm going to have this shake. I'm going to start with the okra, I'm going to have the shake, and then I'm going to taste test these sweets as my dessert with some coffee. It's time for dessert, time for the taste test. So I decided to get myself a some scissors and cut these open because I'm not going to eat the whole portion of each one of these. I'm going to sample them. Each one of these is also 20 grams of protein and 4 grams, this is 4 grams of net carbs for the birthday cake. This is 5 grams of net carbs for the chocolate cake. And the chocolate protein roll is 20 grams of protein with 5 grams of net carbs. So I'm going to open the packages. That's my coffee machine cycling through. I'm going to open them. Well, that's a nice looking product. It looks similar to the package. Okay. And let's cut this one open. Oh, you know what I wanted to do and I didn't do is I used to love to toast my Pop-Tarts, but I haven't toasted these. Okay, so here is how this looks out of the package, and that's the packaging for it. Well, maybe the next portion that I eat, I'll take the time to toast it, but I've got something to do after I complete this taste test, so I don't have time for waiting on toasting. I need to finish eating and go. So this is the birthday cake one, and this is what it looks like. So I will set the packages aside because I'm going to slip the remainder back in. I think I'll have a third of each one. And then save the rest for another time and for toasting. Let's cut a third out of this one. I wonder if I should look on the packaging and see if it suggests heating it up or something. So this is what the inside of the cinnamon roll one looks like. So it is rolled up, I guess. Now let's slip each remainder back in its packaging and then in a baggie. Try to keep it for later. And the birthday cake one in a package. In the description box, I'm going to load up all kinds of information in there for you. My dietary story, my dietary history, and the style of eating I do now, why, and so on and so forth, that kind of information. Wait a minute. Oops, I didn't put that in. I'm wondering, why do I have a leftover sleeve? Okay, put that in here and in here. So now those can be put away. Let's set that aside with a knife. So now I have my little pieces to test, and I have my coffee. So here goes. What do I want to taste first? No, I won't cut them any further. Well, I'm probably most curious, I guess, about the strawberry one. Oh, you should also see that the Pop-Tart version has a filling inside, just like a Pop-Tart would. Okay, so strawberry cake, birthday cake. I think strawberry just because it's pink, but it's called birthday cake protein pastry. I like the texture. It's got a little bit of a tiny bit of aftertaste. But I think I could enjoy eating these, and I'm very curious to see what it'll be like toasted. Maybe that will be the next part of the video, is I'll just save the video, not finish it up, and toast these to see how does that change things. So now for the chocolate cake protein pastry. I like that one better. I don't get the aftertaste. Well, no, there it is. But I like the taste better. Checking the time on the clock. I should look and see if it says anything about heating it up. It doesn't seem to. But I will I'll do this again, add on to the video. I'll toast these and I'll heat this up and then see how that changes things. So this is just, I guess, the initial reaction. I like the mouthfeel of this one the best, but there's not a lot of strong taste to it. The chocolate, this has, to me, the best taste. There are plenty of other flavors there, but they were $3.99 a piece, so that was a splurge. I wasn't gonna get a whole bunch. Okay, so that's it for now. I have to hit the road. I'm gonna take these with me in the car and eat them on the way and finish my coffee. And then I'll come back, I'll add on to this video. So this is not the end. Next round will be to toast these things and see how that affects my impression of it. Welcome back to the table again. I have prepared myself my first meal of the day, and I have toasted these Legendary Foods protein sweet roll and the pastries, the birthday cake flavored one and the chocolate cake flavored one. I will eat my cottage cheese bowl first, and then after I've eaten my meal, I will go ahead and do the taste test on the toasted version of these Legendary Food pastries and see what I think. I'll let you know. Well, that feels better. I'm well fed, and now I get to look forward to having something sweet to top it off by. I'll show you these pastries up close if I can here. So let's turn this one around, get the inside of the sweet roll. All right. Now to see what the taste or the texture difference is after I've toasted it. I enjoyed eating the other ones for the most part, but I suspect I'm gonna like having them toasted better. I'm gonna start with the strawberry. No, I keep saying strawberry because it's pink, but it's the birthday cake flavored protein pastry. Let me show you the picture. Yeah, the advertising first. And when I got toasted and heated up, it melted the little sprinkle parts. Okay. Immediately I was because I liked the little bit of crunch that I had when I bit into it, but now it tastes a little more chemically. I would not be chomping at the bit to keep eating that one. I don't know if I'm going to keep eating that one. I will save the one that I think I like the taste of best, this chocolate cake protein pastry, for last. I like the mouthfeel of this chocolate protein sweet roll the best when I tried it. Now let's see if it's how the taste might have changed with the heat. It's not a moist sweet roll. It's dry. The taste is, it's okay, it's subtle, not terribly strong. I probably will finish this, but it's not the greatest thing since sliced bread, I can tell you that. All right, let's try the chocolate cake protein pastry, since this is the one I like the taste of best when I was eating it untoasted. I like biting into it better toasted than untoasted, but I don't know. It's been a couple days since I did this initial taste test, and they all went back in the packages that they came from and in a baggie, and then I just stuck them away for when I could sit down and enjoy them again and finish the taste test part. So I don't know, crumb in my throat here. I don't know if the taste changed because they were opened and put back in the packaging, or the heat affected the taste. But I'm not sure I even want to waste the calories on this and the making my body process this, because even though these would be a sweet substitute to the PopTarts that these are sort of fashioned after visually, or a sweet roll that this is supposed to look like, this is a processed food. It's a processed food. My body's going to have to process it. It's not, I don't know, and even though it's got stevia in it as a sweetener, it also has, where is it? Yeah, sucralose and sucrose fatty acid esters. There are a lot of ingredients in here that, well, let me go through. Protein blend, which is micellar casein, collagen peptides, whey protein isolate. Erythritol, LF, which I'm not sure that if that's low fat, but it's LF, low polyunsaturated fat oil. Contains one or more of the following: high oleic sunflower oil, high oleic safflower oil, palm kernel oil, water, polydextrose, unsweetened chocolate, glycerin, It contains less than 2% of cocoa processed with alkali, cocoa butter, xanthan gum, psyllium husk, modified resistant tapioca starch, natural flavors. I never like seeing natural flavors in something because they're not natural. Sunflower lecithin, cellulose, sucralose, sucrose fatty esters, steviol glycosides, in parentheses stevia, sodium alginate, citric acid, sea salt, baking soda. And pretty much, I think the same things are listed in here. Oh, this one has guar gum in it. Did this have guar gum in it? No, just xanthan gum, not guar gum. This has xanthan gum and guar gum. Oh, wonderful. It also has some dyes. Red number 40, yellow number 6, yellow number 5, red number 3, blue number 1. Carnauba wax. I know I'm not reading the ingredients in order here, but I thought it would be an interesting thing to try these because I let my eyes be influenced. You know, I saw them online, floating around on the internet, and I let my eyes kind of lie to me. Or I let my eyes lead me, but I didn't really want to pay too close of attention to the ingredients. And I don't like these ingredients. This is a processed food. So a fun little taste test experiment for me. Maybe my sharing will help you have an idea about these. I would say they're better than nothing if you are determined to have something like a Pop-Tart or a sweet roll. They're better than nothing. But frankly, I guess I'd rather have nothing. Now, what I'd really rather have now that I'm thinking about it is I have some dates in my pantry. I got them at Aldi's. Let me go get those. These come from Aldi, and they're medjool dates. This package is almost empty. It is a 1 pound package, and I will pull out a couple dates because I actually want to sort of wash away the taste of this. I don't want that. I'm not going to finish it. Let's put out a couple of these here on the placemat. There's 3 dates. What's a serving? I don't usually pay attention. 2 dates is a serving. Well, I'm going to eat at least 3, if not 5 or 7. But dates, there's nothing fake about them. They're an ingredient. Dates. There's pits in these, but these are sweet and they're healthy. I would much rather have my meal ending in a sweet way with these, something that is not going to confuse my body, like what the heck do I do with that stuff? My body knows what to do with this. It's real food. I'm going to enjoy some real food, and unfortunately, this was an expensive little education for me. These were $3.99, $4 a piece. That's $12. And most of it's going in the trash because each of these that's left over is 2/3 of one of these. I taste tested in the beginning with 1/3 piece. So live and learn.